Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Today I find myself at lovely Rivershire, which is northern Michigan. I've been entrusted with the property, the care of the property, as well as the domestic and feral creatures that inhabit it for the next 2 weeks while my dear friend is on vacation. So please join me in this very transformative, very rich environment, as you can see. However, there is some construction going on. The bridge is out, and so you may hear some construction in the background. If you find that it's too distractful, please put that comment up and I can relocate to a different area of the property where you won't necessarily hear the construction, but you also won't be able to see the river. So let's get started. So I think the energy this week is, again, extremely powerful, extremely powerful. Well, you know, we've got the bridge out, so there's construction there. We've got some construction going on internally as well. But before we get into Thursday, which is really the highlight this week, let's talk about Venus. Venus is changing signs today, which is the 16th. She enters Libra. That is her home sign. So things are going to get real comfortable, real just easy. There should be some social energy here. You'll want to communicate with others. You'll want to be with friends, but it's going to be very comfortable and very relaxed. With Venus moving into her home sign of Libra, it's connecting with others, wanting to connect with others, but standing in your own unique beauty and understanding how your beauty fits into that as well. And this can be relative to work relationships, your home relationships, romantic relationships, but as well your relationship with money. And so that's today. Now, as we inch on further down the week, and you'll feel the energy. I started feeling it over the weekend past. You may begin to feel this as early as today, but certainly by Thursday, when the day that all this happens, there's three things happening. So Uranus is stationary, just about standstill at this point, but Uranus is going to go retrograde, and Uranus is in Taurus. Uranus goes retrograde pretty much half a year. Every year for 6 months, it will start to go backwards. So it's going to remain retrograde until the mid to late January of 2022. Now, when Uranus is retrograde, it really forces us to reevaluate ourselves internally, to make those changes, revolutionize, be rebellious, but with ourselves internally, not so much outwardly so, but making changes. Now, as we know, Earth events are also ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is in Taurus, which is also Earth energy. So expect whenever a planet changes signs, quite often it magnifies that energy. So Earth events could be prominent this week. I noticed that last week it was just crazy. At home, we are without power for beginning day 5. I think we'll be in day 6 by mid-afternoon if they don't get the power on. We've had some crazy storms, and I know that there are 3 volcanoes in the Pacific Ring of Fire that are going off. So this is to be expected until we get a little bit further into this retrograde cycle. Now, like I said, Uranus is going to go retrograde. At the same time, Mercury is conjunct Mars and Virgo. So Mercury and Mars are going to meet in the sign of Virgo. And also, at that same time, on that same day, the Sun is going to oppose Jupiter. So let's break that down a little bit, and then we'll wrap it all together and give you some understanding of what this may mean for you later in the week. So when Mercury and Mars are conjunct in harmony, especially in harmony with Uranus going retrograde, this is really good news. It's motivation. So Mars is extremely motivational, and Mercury is communications, but also thoughts. So it's motivation to speak with intention. It is very forward and progressive thinking as well, and wanting to take action on something. Now, as I mentioned, with Uranus going retrograde, instead of this being an outward action, it may be something internally, a shift that you are motivated to take internally, because you're going to look at things a little bit differently. Now, with Uranus being part of this equation, there's always surprise. Things can come in out of nowhere as we get a little further into the week. Now, with the Sun opposing Jupiter, the Sun is currently in Leo and Jupiter is in Aquarius, and that's going to expand our worthiness. It's going to bring our worthiness into focus, and the 5-dimensional aspect would be knowing that you're worthy and standing in that, Sun in Leo, knowing that you're worthy, knowing that you want to step into this. And then the 3D side of it could leave you feeling like you're not worthy enough, or you don't understand where you're worthy, or you don't appreciate a gift or something like that you have, or how that fits into the greater good. Now, if you take all of these energies, all 3 of these aspects, and you put them together, here are some themes that came to mind this morning as I was doing some channeling. And I think the biggest one is to free your mind, step into that Aquarian energy. So we've got, Aquarius, we've got Leo, we've got Taurus. Who else is involved here? Virgo with Mars. So free your mind, but be your authentic self in the process. Allow yourself, step into who you are. Step into it fully. Recognize who you are. And do that, even if it's speaking your truth. We've got Mercury, Mars, right? So Mars and Mercury communicating. So you're going to want to speak. But also be mindful of others. So we're going to hold space for others at the same time we are authentic, and realizing that we're going to let others be authentic too, without judgment. They can allow me to be me because I can allow them to be them. So you're going to hold space for others. That's truly unity consciousness, but you have to start with consciousness. Start with yourself. Being in the now, recognizing the gifts that you bring to this fabulous table of earth, a fabulous life that you have, and how you share it with others. And how those gifts that you have innately when you step into your authentic self can be shared with others for their greater good, and how others can step into their authentic self, and that will feed into your greater good. So there could be moments of truth, there could be epiphanies that occur at this time, again with that underlying theme of authentic, being your authentic self. And be mindful, again, we've got Aquarius here, we've got Uranus here. Being rebellious just for the sake of being rebellious, speaking out just because you have a voice, versus speaking out for a root cause that you truly believe in that will enhance the greater good. Watch for that. Just watch for that 3D level of energy that comes along with the Aquarian, with the Uranus, the forward thinking, the rebellious acts just because you can, versus being motivated and tapping into some of this other energy, and allowing that to be the catalyst. Let that be the undertone. Let that be that authenticity. Be what drives you to do the things that you do, but holding space for others to do the same. So again, tap into the rebellion, the rebellious energy. Let it be electrified by Mars, right? So let that passion come in, and let it free you from any limitations or conditioning of the past, any ancestral conditioning that may have hindered your ability to be your authentic self. Now we can use that Uranian energy and just bust through it. Any situations that come to you, any epiphanies that come to you, that will allow you to go within and create your own little earthquake of sorts within, to just bust up and bust through some things that need to be busted through so that you can be your authentic self. Then I want you to tap into that Jupiter, that expansive Jupiter energy. It's very hopeful as well. And if you can do that, and you tapping into that Jupiter energy, again, very hopeful, very expansive, you should be able to recognize your authentic self and how you fit in, but you can also be excited because others can do the same in your presence, and you can do the same in their presence. You're going to, with any luck, this week will bring in some excitement about the future. We may get a glimpse of what our future holds, even though there's a little bit of work to do. We've got Uranus that's going to be retrograde for some time, so we've got work to do. However, we are going to be able to see what the potential is when we step into our authentic self and allow others to do the same. Now, later in the week, this Uranian energy is going to stick around, and it's all very, very good. Again, it can be kind of shocking. It can be epiphanies. It can be sudden movement, fast change, trying to keep up, going with the flow, that sort of thing. But the more you acquiesce into the flow of things and understanding your true self and how you fit in, allowing others to do the same, it is going to work for you. So on Friday, Uranus and Mercury are trine, and then early next week we've got Mars is going to trine with Uranus. So that's even more action relative to being your authentic self, and some further epiphanies that we can expect. So that's what I have for you this week. I hope it wasn't too distractful with the construction noise in the background. Hopefully next week I can catch them on lunch break and open some windows so you can hear this lovely river behind me. I hope you have a fabulous week. It is always my pleasure and truly a blessing to spend time with you. If you like this video, please like it. If there are others that you think may be helped by these videos, please share this video with them, and also hit the subscribe button so you know when the videos are being dropped. Enjoy your week. Have a fabulous day. Namaste.